Hello YouTube, welcome to my review of the CRKT MUK knife, or Marine Utility Knife. First of all, notice the high mirror polish on this blade. Very nicely done. I'm going to show you the sheath now. This is a important safety thing. Important to me because I have cut myself with this knife. It was only a paper cut, but it was very instantaneous and very long, and I'll talk about how I did that later, and hopefully this will prevent you from doing it. To load this knife into the plastic sheath, I would first stick in the tip and then lock it in as such. Okay? The way I cut myself with this knife was by removing it like so, straight across, like you would a normal knife or a normal situation, not to say that this knife is abnormal. The way to remove it is simply the reverse of how I loaded it into the sheath. Simply press down and pivot away from the tip. That way you're safe and you will not cut yourself. Okay? I would like to mention the lanyard does not come with this knife. I made this out of paracord. Got the idea from Cutlery Lover. He's got a series of videos on what to do with paracord, and I think I paid $1 for all of this paracord and made a nice box knot lanyard for it. That's a simple box knot, and I think it looks good and gives me that extra finding ability in the bottom of the tackle box, or you can put your pinky through that for an extra measure of safety. This knife comes with 4 different color handles. There's the blue that you see here. You can get it in black, green, or white. You know, a nice choice of primary colors there. It comes with a razor sharp blade, which you can see here, and then it goes into a Veff serration. The length of this blade overall is 4 1/4 inches. It is made out of 3 CR13 steel. That equates to 52 to 55 on the HRC scale. The overall length of the knife is 9 inches, and the thickness is 1/16th of an inch throughout the duration. These serrations are, as I said, the Tom Veff serrations. They are exclusive to CRKT, and what they give you is a very non-snag serration. I cut about 15 cuts of nylon rope with this. It goes right through it. There's no snagging whatsoever. You'll notice the serrated section is also concave. When I got this knife, I am not a big fan of serrations, so I wondered, how am I going to sharpen these serrations if I ever need to? So I looked up Tom Veff on the internet, and I sent him an email, and Tom responded quite simply, "Call me at my shop," which I thought was pretty cool. So I called him, and we had about a 20-minute conversation about fishing, and then in 1 minute he told me how to sharpen the serrations, and that would be simply with dowel rods and sandpaper, 320, 220, 400 grit. Should not really be too hard. This is high carbon steel, so I think there'll be a long time between sharpenings, especially if you're just cutting bait type applications with the knife. Tom is a really nice guy, and I had a nice chat with him. The next thing I'd like to point out on this knife is if I put a straight edge ruler along the bottom of it, the razor cutting portion, you'll see there's quite an angle here. Okay, what that gives you is knuckle clearance. When you are cutting bait on the seat of a boat, you have a lot of knuckle clearance in the back. Very nice. At the butt end of the knife, you will notice there's a lanyard hole and a spoon. That can be used for cleaning fish guts or something similar. You'll also notice at the top there is what looks like typical jimping. It's said that that can be used as a fish scaler. I did not try that. These are not sharp, They provide a great resting place for your thumb. Notice along the back handle, more jimping. Towards the rear of the handle, more jimping. Texturing on both sides. On the bottom of the handle, yet more jimping. This provides a very solid feel. When this handle is wet, it is not slippery. You can take that to the bank. I don't see how this could ever slip out of your hand, but I suppose it could. There's always something, Murphy's Law. And that's another reason why I have the lanyard there, for inserting the pinky in there just to make it a little more non-slip. The price of this knife is $12.99 retail. I paid $10.99 for this at my local sporting goods store. I gave away 3 for Christmas. Everyone loves these knives, including myself. They can't believe it was only $10. If you lose a $10 knife, you're not crying. If it falls overboard while you're fishing, you're not crying. You just run to the store and pick up a new one. The plastic blade protector or sheath is included with this knife, and it also comes with a little piece of literature in the box, mostly promotional material. Last but not least, all CRKT knives, including this one, comes with a limited lifetime warranty. I've had to use that once, and a few of my friends have had to use it, and with CRKT it's never a problem. You either get a new knife or they fix your knife, as long as there's not obvious abuse. So you can be confident in your $10 purchase as well. That about wraps it up for this review. I hope you enjoyed it, and I really encourage you, if you need a fishing knife or a knife that you want to keep in your car or a knife in the toolbox, I would really consider this. It's a nice, strong, fixed blade package. Thank you for your time, and see you on the next review.